and then it toured around the world.
Yeah. So that was an important show in time where people were, yeah, style was developed, right? A lot of the
Yeah.
style we use today.
Yeah. So I'm putting up a clip of Rocksteady
Maurizio?
Reunion 1991, and this is Maurizio.
Yeah.
And they're breaking on cardboard.
So what we were seeing in the '90s, breaking in general, it attracts the human, the person that isn't afraid of moving, and
Right.
kind of not afraid of getting hurt. And this is
Right.
what we've seen in the '90s is, um, man, the superhuman, right?
Yeah.
We're seeing everybody take the foundation. '90s was a point in our culture where we had a foundational influence, which was the '80s b-boys, right? So they
Right.
took this, right, the formula, their top in, their footwork in,
Yep.
they're going on their backs, they're doing power, they're doing freezes, and so they had that to build off, but they were just evolving it exponentially. We've seen stacks come out of this era. We've seen power moves go to the next level. People were, West Coast power, that influence going flare 90, switching their orientation
Yeah.
and level. Um, yeah,
That's
man.
crazy. Yeah. It's
With power.
crazy. It's crazy. Because, like, that's the thing. Like, from that clip, Maurizio was killing it. But the whole thing is, like, even, like, say, Stacks. Stacks is from Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze made up Stacks. But because, again, they're in the show Manhattan, and they were in Jam on the Groove. And there was this one thing in Jam on the Groove called the freeze piece, where they all freezes. And like in the end of the piece, they're like, make sure you remember how to freeze. And the first one to really do stacks was Mr. Freeze. It's just reminding them, just took it to the next level of just like, instead of just, hey, we're going to stack like this, remind Crumbs, Kenny, because when Kenny originally did the Air Baby, he did it from a baby freeze. He went baby freeze to Air Baby, right? And that was like, okay, let's take that. And then that's when you have like Remind and Crumbs taking it. And there's an exponential improvement of both of those B-boys after they joined Jam on the Groove. Watch some 1996 Radiotron, B-Boy Summit. Then after Jam on the Groove, oh man, different people. Different level.
Yeah,
Increased, yeah.
And look at the influence, and look what these people you're naming were able to do and discover about the human capability, right? Within the foundations of breaking stacks and everything that they were able to do, their transitions. It came from that tradition, right? Ken Swift just made that thing, like the tradition of breaking is to be different, right? So what they did is they seen something that was, and this is a key characteristic of the '90s is looking different, right? What you just said reminds seeing this freeze piece is like, oh yeah, that, but hold on, like how can I do it different? And that's where the evolution, that's how the '90s exponentially built the '80s. And if you look at Remind, somebody like that with that style, battle till today, it still stands out because he has that philosophical approach to his
the
art.
Music.
Well, the music for sure.
It's the music. If the music was electro, they couldn't think like that. I guarantee you, it'd be different. It was the music. So listening to Wu-Tang, listening to Freestyle Fellowship, because it's a boom bap versus right? It's a boom, that, boom, that, boom. It gave a different feeling. So that right there too. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm calling this Rebirth of Slick. Because it wasn't based on electro. It was based on the boom bap. It was based on the original breaks. You know what I mean? Boom bap music from 88 to about 95 was based on breaks. They just re-engineered it to a way slower, a little bit slower, not as fast, and more like intention behind it.
And what is slowing a beat? Not only the sound of boom bap itself, but what is slowing it down do? The beat intervals, the cycles of beats. That creates more space, right? And with this more space, you have more time to discover things, right?
Yep.
So that makes perfect sense when you're saying, yeah, the boom bap.
Again, influenced by 5% Nation.
Yeah.
Influenced by that movement. Yo, this is Shadow Rock and PROFOWON.
And this is JASOUL.
And you're watching the Gearheads Breakcast. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell at the top for notifications. And follow us on Instagram at GearheadsBreakcast. Peace, y'all.
Peace.